Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday the 20th of February. So looking at the euro dollar first, and we got a decent move yesterday, and it's pushed into this daily 21. Now the question is, can it push through? If it can, next target really is daily 50. That is pretty flat with the 34 there. Previously we've seen price approach it. It doesn't really have much in the way of resistance, so it then leaves us open maybe at some point towards that daily 200. Now I'm not all that very bullish on it particularly, so but if it goes that way, it goes that way. It's certainly got potential. I'm erring more bullish than bearish though than I was anyway. Looking at it from here, high lows pushing through on this 4-hourly picture, already into the weekly R1, R2 is possible. As I said, there's the 4-hourly 200, which is the daily 50 above there. From where we are here, it's making a bit of a gallop straight away. I would have preferred it to come back, catch that daily pivot, be a bit wary initially of price action. We saw this yesterday. We thought it was running into a nice push up there immediately, and it came off, sold, took out the lows, and then later in the afternoon there it started its push up there, so just be wary of that happening again. So just need to watch that. It might already be going from here, but as I say, untouched daily pivot below. Okay, cable, massive solid day yesterday, following its little squeaky day on Monday. Big day. Where to? Well, it's probably had too much. It needs a rest. Maybe a bit of a retracement, although the rest so far seems to be just a consolidation around there. Now it has got a bit of divergence on this hourly time frame, which could see it rolling over back towards its daily pivot. I haven't seen any news that is so great to push it quite so strongly, but it's more dollar softening, I think, as much as anything else, and the pound is certainly there to benefit. Any selling off, well, I would be looking at towards that daily pivot, but we'll just see how it runs. If it pushes up through these highs this morning, where the R1 would be the next area, at 131.25, and then you're sitting there pretty much close to the previous highs there, so beware at those sort of levels. So 31.25, 31.62, sorry, but it's a bit further up, isn't it? So it's 132 would be the next sort of area thereafter, if it gets that far. Now of course with both these markets they could do a complete reversal this morning, so I'm keeping open mind. Dollar yen, well, strange, eh? Dollar yen, it's yesterday barely saw any gain from the market's moves that we saw in Europe, and in fact we've seen the yen this morning softening further against the US dollar, pushing up further here. The dollar yen, let's come back to the hourlies there. It's certainly moving in the direction I'd have preferred, because it's in this sort of longer term uptrend. Has it got an opportunity to roll over? Yes, it's got minor divergence sitting there at the moment, so just have a look and see how that shapes up. MACD probably not really, but it has got a minor divergence, but it's sticky for me. It could just well consolidate like we saw for a large period yesterday and then move, but so it looked like it would be looking to do there. Aussie dollar choking away. The wage price index didn't come in particularly great. It was 0.5 versus 0.6, so a little bit less wages. We may be seeing this sort of slowdown through all the major economies though, so as there's more and more talk of slowdown. So this has the potential to get back to that daily pivot. Is sitting at 64 at the moment. 46 is very little in there in real terms. The time you put stops in it and whatever else, it looks better than it really is, but maybe if it breaks the trend that's here, it's got the chance to get back to that sort of area. To the upside, if it does push up, well, we'd be looking back really into that sort of R1 at 71.90, which well, it would be a breakout if it did it. would be a breakout of the 500 in this area around here, which is possible. If you look at this 4 hourly, it's sort of got higher lows, higher highs. It's sort of pushing in that way. It just may consolidate and push there, but I'm wary of that certainly. And talking of being wary, is the Canadian dollar. Well, actually, this is actually doing what it should do effectively. If the euro and the pound are going up, that should be coming down, and here it is. So it has pretty much followed through, pushing through at the moment by the looks of things, heading down towards that daily 200 area. Lower highs, lower lows, pushing. Well, no, just lower. Yeah, lower. A lower high and lower low. Yep, pushing through. It certainly looks pretty bearish to me on the bigger time frame here. It's well, a bit of divergence at the moment. See what happens. I don't intraday trade this. If I was, I'd probably be looking at that daily pivot event for any retracement. It'd also be a potential sell point, but would have to be pretty careful after a divergence. So really, as I often say, it's a better trade for the swing side of the market in general, if holding for a day or two at least. It does look like it's got further downside potential on this bigger picture, particularly the dailies there. It's got the 200, crying for it to go down to it underneath it, where it's just magnetic. It will pull back towards it most likely. So there is that chance for it to just carry on down towards that area, but as I say, more of a swing trading pairing from me. Okay, that's it. News-wise today, we've got the big news now. It's at 7 p.m. this evening. It's the FOMC meeting minutes, but we have had other speakers coming out talking, giving their views or whatever else. So I don't think there'll be much new in there. It's whether or not it's any of the voting or anything that in it looks any more dovish than it could possibly be. But maybe the markets will sell the dollar off in expectation for a bit more dovishness, and then we'll see what happens when the news is out. Have a great one. Bye for now.